Hey guys, I am live once again from a different network, different place. Let's see how this one goes. I'm so sorry for the trouble, but sometimes you can't guess when the internet goes for a toss. 1 second. Okay, I can see myself live on the page, and I'm going to simultaneously give a quick test on how exactly it looks like. Hey guys, so very quickly, I think we are still having trouble with the internet. I am live. We are still having some little bit of trouble with, I think it is something to do with either the system that we're using. Hey guys, so very quickly, I think we are still having. Okay, now as to people who are watching, can you just tell me over the comment section, is it still audible or is it quite bad already? Or the network is still not there as yet? Oh God. Yes, I see the internet's a lot more stable right now, guys. So I think it is possible, and I'm glad that it's getting back. So let me just drop a message in the group to all of you guys that we're back to normal, but only you can confirm me. So yeah, Aaron, thanks for saying that it's a lot better. How about others, guys? How is it for you? Clear, looks good now. Awesome, SF Lam, for confirming. Let's just get a few more confirmation before we jump into today's AMA. So guys, let me circulate it across and make sure that people are not joining in the previous link. At the same time, I will just go ahead and delete the previous video. Okay, awesome. I'm just going to remove the previous video for avoiding any sort of confusion. Okay, superb, guys. I am getting more better messages and people are just starting to join in. So let me start with my special message, which is good evening, guys. I think I have to say like a big sorry because I think we were not expecting this kind of a technical glitch to happen. For some reason, there's a bit of a weaker internet that we are facing at this point of time. So let's stay tight and see how do we stick together for a longer period of time. Of course, guys, I'm excited to hear from you now that we have got so many messages which says it's much better and it's clearer. Hope the way it will stick for as long as we are there with each other. So for the next 45 minutes, I'm going to be with all of you to just make sure that I answer questions, queries that you guys have come across, which is in respect to what is your profile looking like at this point of time. I saw many of you submitting your before and after, and many of you didn't do that. I'm not sure of the reason why. Guys, didn't you do the challenge? You don't want to miss out on that. So let's get started. Good evening. So let's hit it up and get to know the first thing first. How was it? How was your experience of accelerating your profile? Was it super, super, super heaty? Were you enjoying it? Was it too critical? How was it? How was it, guys? Tell me in the chat section. I am checking and reading all of your chat messages as I speak. I see 28 of you have already joined us, and I'm waiting for some other people to join us before actually I go ahead with replying some of the questions that come our way. Okay, yes, rushed. And one second, let's, okay. I'm gonna go in Slido as well, guys, to just give a quick look whether if you have any questions and you guys have submitted in there, if just in case. Okay, I do have a question there and I will get started. Okay, so reading, I'm reading Pooja Singh. She says, amazing, feels so good seeing the before and after. Okay, that's nice. Good insights from Ravi. Interesting. We'll definitely look more into what we have in the time. I probably that's what Keith meant. I was rushed too when I suddenly realized I did not know myself as well as I thought. Ha ha ha. Oh my God. I think my videos rushed you guys to be looking inwards because we are so much surrounded with what's happening around us, probably, that sometimes having a realization of who we are is something, is what this video does to you. This video is all about not only creating a right profile, but also realizing what is it that you are great at, what is that one thing that you don't want to miss out on, and what is that one thing that you want to reflect as your core service or strength to the people outside. And then Henry says, actually, I didn't do quite much because I don't have the work experience yet. Doesn't matter. Even if you don't have the work experience and you are a student, you can push out what exactly a student's strength is, which is what are you studying, followed by the keywords that attracts you. Let's say graphic designing, copywriting, video editing, or you like to play football, gaming. You can just put those things in your headline along with the university names, I feel, because that can actually help you a lot to be able to go ahead and realize how exactly people will perceive you and down the line, you know. Lim says, between personal branding and business development, which is better? Can you elaborate more? Personal development or business? Okay, personal branding or business development? I think I've got my first question for the day already. And guys, if you have more questions, just bring it on in the chat and I'm reading it simultaneously as I'm live right now. SF says it was very beneficial, easy to follow, results yet to seen, of course. Of course, that's for sure. Thank you so much, SF. Varun says very good insights. Henry Lee, pretty good. And then Rajni says, Rush can do much better. Okay, superb. Not to worry. You have the whole week, and I'm sure you'll be able to optimize as you go. But the guy's most important thing is to be able to take the first action. In the chase of being too perfect, what you do is you miss out to even start out, and you don't want that to happen with you. As you would go further and further with your profile, you will realize that you have a lot of self-realization and you will know a lot about yourself. What are you good at and what are you amazing at? And optimization is a part of the journey. And what I mean by optimization, I mean by optimizing towards the right keyword. Let's just say, for example, a keyword like you're great at marketing, okay? And a keyword you felt like, let me write marketing enthusiast. But do people actually think or search for those keywords like marketing enthusiast when they are looking for service? Think about it. Maybe yes, maybe no. But think about it. And then, will the keyword marketing consultant be better? Or will the keyword digital marketing consultant even better? Or will the keyword like online marketing consultant better? So when you get started on this journey where you trigger your mind to think in a particular direction, I'm telling you, in the sleep also sometimes you will have a realization, oh no, I should go and change to this. And that's where it happens. That's where the magic happens. So what you got to do is just go out there and get started and not wait for absolute perfection before you are able to crack everything out there. Everything takes its fair bit of time, guys. So let that be its sweet time. Let that take its sweet time, guys. Let that take its sweet time. And okay, so okay, I'm getting a lot of comments, guys. Let me just quickly read through the comment. 1 second. Okay. Okay, just a second. I'm going to read the comments. Okay. Okay, I'm going from the latest one and then I'll catch up towards the top, which is I like that no need to be perfect. Whatever change is made is already a step in the right. Absolutely, guys. This is how it happens. And I'm glad, Roshni, it resonated with you. Let's see what Lord Chi has to say. My dilemma is same as Michelle Khan. I'm looking for two things. What should I focus on? Okay, let's go to the original question. 1 second. I'm going up. Okay, interesting. And then scrolling down. Okay, actually, I didn't do much because I was okay. No worries, Henry. I hope you got your answer. It's not only about work experience that you need to be able to update your LinkedIn profile. Who you are from inside and out is what you got to reflect. If you haven't started working, it's not a problem. What are you wanting to learn? Passionate about learning, graphic designing. So here to pick some brains could be a very beautiful headline also. So just think creatively and I think you will get some right and amazing answers to go with. Now, Michelle says, I'm confused about choosing which area should I focus because I'm a clinical researcher and also recently joined a property agency. So I'm not sure if I should focus on research or real estate. Okay, Michelle, I'll answer your question first. And 1 second, I missed actually Lilian's question. Oh dear Lord. Okay, let's go one by one onto it, guys. Michelle, I'm confused about choosing which area should I focus. I'm a clinical researcher and also recently joined a property agency. So I'm not sure if I should focus on research or real estate. So let me tell you here, Michelle, and also I think someone also mentioned that has the similar doubt like yourself. When you're in the two fields, right, and it's absolutely different. Like, I'll share about myself. I'm into marketing, but I'm also very strongly into LinkedIn. I'm into LinkedIn, but also I take speaking. I'm also a public speaker, so that is another avenue. And then at the same time, I'm an entrepreneur myself who's been a mentor. So all of these things are part of me, and we people are not one facet anymore, we're multifaceted. So how do we take care of that? What got to highlight is what brings you the highest. Since I come from a business background, let me just tell you what brings in the highest revenue, or what you want to drive revenues for, and there is a demand for a market as well. You want to find that balance, and that's where it will happen. Follow the 80-20 ratio. Go for the 80% of your target towards the industry which you think you have the target audience on the platform. You have a demand that is need of hour of that particular service, and at the same time it can bring you one of the biggest revenue for yourself or for your business. So it is a combination of 80-20, where 80% should be the focus of where you are there audiences for that also. Like for example, if I have to pick between clinical research and real estate, I just feel like I'm not too sure because I understand very little on the clinical research side of it, so I'm not getting very critical on that. But what I feel here is that real estate can be a way to go, because LinkedIn, you have people with very high paying power, highest among the all across social media platforms, as if we carry out the average in mind. So if you have audiences that you want to reach out and they must be high paying or well to do, then LinkedIn is a good platform as a real estate agent. So take your call, of course, but I'm just using this as an example to explain that keep in mind what brings you highest revenue. Is the audience there for that particular service on the platform? And what is the demand at that point of time for that service? So, why the time is very important, because in the COVID times, a lot of people have tapped into new services. The only reason is the demand of the consumers have changed now. So now that the demands have changed, you do not want to stick back to your old service. You can always go back when you feel like the need is back again. So follow the 80-20 ratio, where 80% of your profile, your headline, your description, your endorsements and everything, focus on that, and 20% on the secondary service. Guys, do not ever, I repeat, do not ever go for a 50-50 ratio. You will be nowhere. You will be nowhere, and that would lead to a bigger crisis. So please make sure that you follow a 50-50 ratio. Sorry, you should not follow the 50-50 ratio. Oh my God. Please, guys, do not follow the 50-50 ratio. What you go with 80-20 or 100% and zero. I mean, that is even a way to go. Even a quick tip here, of course, it's a day one and it's all about profile, but I want to say one more thing. Guys, content creation also plays a role when you choose between the two. So you can, when you're planning your content, you can plan to put content or push content in the space which is your primary service and less content in your secondary service. So that's how you give a holistic approach towards your journey on LinkedIn, guys. So that was my share for Michelle's answer. I hope, Michelle, that answers well for you. And also for, let me just go down and see. Oh, yes, Lorchi. Yes, I hope I'm pronouncing the names correctly. But, guys, apologies beforehand if the pronunciation is a little here and there. But, yes, I'm trying my best. So, Lorchi, I hope you also got your answer. Now, let's go back to the first question, which is Lilian, between personal branding and business development, which is better? So, now, here once again, it's a choice based on what is your, how much time do you have. Now business development is what I consider it to be lead generation, because there's a simple journey. If you start with personal branding, it will lead to lead generation and business development automatically, and that is one of the smoothest way to go, honestly, because you develop or build your community first, and then you try to bring across your service for the community, up them, to empower them, and to elevate them. But if you reverse it, then what happens that the strategy is a little towards when you are into sales, you are a sales leader or your business development head or manager, and then the strategy is a bit different. They don't have time for personal branding because personal branding takes a little bit of time. So in that case, the strategy is very different, where you approach the leads in a very process and a systematic manner. And I have to repeat, guys, humanized manner is the most important thing to go with. So there is no one single right choice. It is completely the call that you have at this point of time. But the smoother and the humanized method is from personal branding to business development. However, if you are in the need of business leads at this point in time, there is a reverse circle which starts from business development and probably may never lead to personal branding but keep on generating leads. But in that situation, what happens, guys, the approach can never be the same, and you do not want to be too salesy as well. So there are tactful methods, but it's not part of ABCD. It's part of EFGHIJK, where we share all about leads. How exactly do you do prospecting? How exactly do you do negotiations on the platform and crack them from being O to O, which is online to offline? Online to offline, guys. How do you bring them from online to offline? So, of course, that's a different deal altogether, but take a pick based on the time you have. But keeping 2021's in mind, I'm going to tell you it's all about humanizing your brand and serving your brand better to your consumers. Okay, I see a bit of a lag on the internet side of it, guys. I have to quickly ask in the comment section. Okay, Lorchi, I'm so happy that I got your name correct. Awesome, you made my day. Okay, now let's look at more questions that's coming our way already. I can see I'm flooded with comments already, guys. And I hi to all 35 of you and the ones who joined just now. Hey, guys, good evening. I'm from Malaysia, and I'm sure many of you are as well from Malaysia, but from other parts of the world as well. Tell me, where are you from? And at the same time, how was it for you the day one? For the ones who couldn't answer in the first place and had just joined us, tell me in the comment section, how was the day one video for you? How exhilarating was it? So, okay, let's get going. Lan E has a question. Not easy, cracking my head how to write the descriptions more attractive, not able to complete yet. Guys, if you haven't been able to complete yet, let me tell you, I love all of you. It is okay, but what is the most phenomenal part about you is you have started your journey towards excellence already. You've started your journey to a whole new world before a lot more people. So for that way, hats off. Awesome, guys. You're doing it well, and keep it going. But don't be too hard on yourself. You don't want to be super, super, super perfect. Please don't go for perfection. It will delay your success. Do not go for perfection. It will delay your success. So guys, please focus on posting something on LinkedIn in terms of your profile, description, the keywords in the description. It's absolutely okay to push out something which is correct. Just make sure that the data has to be authentic and coming from the point of view of truth and not something from falsehood. You don't want that, guys. Make sure you don't do that at all, and try to just put some trust signals. That is very important. But do not run for perfection. If you will do that, what other people would be enjoying by the end of the session, you might miss out. And I want to give you heads up on that. But don't be so critical on yourself, guys. You already are doing it amazing. You've got started with the journey, and that's fabulous. Keith, hey Keith, he says, in terms of finding a job, should we go about anything differently, whether you have a job or looking for a better job, or if you are in between jobs? Okay, should we go about anything differently, whether you have a... Okay, that's a wonderful question. I should say, Keith, I have not got this as yet, but I love your question, which is, if someone is having second thoughts on what exactly one should do, whether they are looking out for a job or whether they are in between of switching jobs, then in that situation, what do you want to do? You want to be visible in front of all the recruiters and the leaders who might be your potential bosses in time to come. And how do you garner those visibility? From two ways. One is having your profile display maximum trust signals possible. As many as trust signals your profile can give out. 10 years of experience in sales, have been an awardee from the last company, or have been a sales leader by XYZ, are some of those trust signals that you want to push it out in your profile. And at the same time, you want to put out, help the company grow 10x their revenue in just 7 months, or in the last 2 years, we have grown from 7 clients to 50 clients, let's just say. So these are some trust signals that you want to push it out in your profile if you're going through a second thought on whether you want to change, not change, visibility point of view. And you can also activate the option where you are looking out for job on LinkedIn. So LinkedIn has a feature where you can activate your profile, which gets visibility from the recruiters. So in case you are looking out for job or you're having thoughts on that, do activate that feature, guys. Go and Google it, how to activate the job opening alerts, and then you will get the right answer, guys. How exactly in the settings you can go and do it. So Keith, that was my answer. This is how you must be different. You must show up if there is a strong transition in your life that you might have. So showing up is the most important thing. Second is, of course, content curation, which is if you curate content which displays you as a proficient person in the space that you are in, and probably puts you out there that he or she knows the subject matter well, then the decision making for the recruiters and your bosses become a lot more easier, and they're like, okay, he understands, let's see, let's get him on the interview and let's see what's next. So that would be my take on your question, Keith. Okay, so let's see. Lilian has to say, hey guys, keep commenting in your questions. So I'm going to take questions for another few minutes and then we're going to review a few of your profiles before we wrap up for today. The faster your question comes in, the more I'm going to try to cover it. I want to do sales and recruitment at the same time. Which shall I go for? So, Lilian, as I just mentioned, do not pick both of them together. Now, I cannot take a pick for you, but all I can tell you, ask yourself, heart to heart, which is that one thing that you think you are absolutely awesome at and you can crack deals more efficiently than the other one. Go for something that you're amazing, because both is the need of the hour. So the time is no more a problem at this point of time. Demand is no more a problem. Now you need to choose what you're good at, what you're amazing at, where your heart is, where your passion is, and what makes you happy. Take that, pick that, and reflect that in your profile. Do not go for both together. Do not, Lilian. Let's quickly go to the next question. So Balati has to say, is it appropriate to introduce products and services in the featured column? Yes, you can do that. You can introduce your products and services in the featured column, but always keep a fine balance between trust signal and your product and service. So let's say, for example, you have a product and at the same time your product was awarded or your product was aggregated or there's a customer testimonial. Put both as your feature, because then not only you have the call to action, but that trust signal helps you get more yes than no for your profile. So see how exactly you find a balance between the two, but absolutely the feature segment is for services. Please go ahead and use it. Lotri says my dilemma is same. So yes, Lotri, that would be the answer. And Roshni says I like that. No need to be perfect. Okay, 1 second. I have to refresh my comments because I'm not getting the latest ones. Okay. The latest comment comes in from Grace and she says, do you think if I build personal brand for network marketing and keep my profile as a trainer in LinkedIn, will it be conflict of interest? Do you think if I build personal brand for network marketing? Okay. I think, are you a trainer in network marketing or are you a trainer in a different space? I think that would be my first question, Grace, before I answer your question. So let me know in the comment section that personal branding for network marketing is one thing, but if you're a trainer, then what is it you're training for? And then I can answer better. Okay, so next question comes, Henry, who are the people who give endorsement to us? Henry, people you have worked with, people you have been acquainted to, people you have interacted to, people you have just met, also gives introductions and endorsements. So endorsements is something which is more like a give first thing. You will notice if you want a lot of endorsement, the whole idea is to give first. So if you give endorsements, you get more endorsements. That's a big trick. But I'm talking about the authentic ones, and that happens more from the perspective of when people are engaging with you, when you're talking to them, and you can say, hey, it was a wonderful chat and everything when just wraps up, you can say, can you endorse me? And that's how you can go about with endorsements. Anybody can endorse, but it's always good to get endorsements for the people you are acquainted to, at least acquainted to, and not go like too broad on that. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, Balati says the whole idea of LinkedIn is to create quality lead generation in relations to your industry. The challenge is to get them connected and engaged then. 1 second, let me go back. I do remember Balati sharing. Okay, I'm gonna go back very quickly. Okay, is it appropriate to introduce? Yes, it is appropriate. I remember answering this question for Balati, and then Balati says, the whole idea of LinkedIn is to create quality. Yes, absolutely. It is one of the ideas, not whole. One of the ideas to generate leads, but at the same time, it is. Let's say, for example, you are a CEO for a company, and your company has nothing to do with the lead generation side of it, and it is more on the branding aspect. So it is also about getting branding. Imagine large organizations, or even the smaller organizations. Sometimes they're not into leads, but sometimes their recognition in the market plays a very important role where they become talk of the town. So there are different aspects, but I do agree LinkedIn is the largest B2B lead generation platform in the world, guys, in the world. More than 80% of the B2B leads comes from LinkedIn across the globe. So awesome. Let's go back and okay, SF Lam, there is a long comment that comes from him. So let's see what is in. Referring to the part of the video where we should check the popularity of the keyword on the LinkedIn, it was mentioned that the higher result number better was hoping you could clarify why that. Wouldn't having a lower search results be better because that means less competition, better chances if you are one in 500,000 results as you're one in the million? If it's helped clarify my question above, as an example, wouldn't using digital marketing analysts 1.1 million results be better than using marketing 55.5 million, though the former has lower results in the numbers than the latter? The former is essentially made for the combination of three keywords. If someone would be searching digital marketing, digital analysis. Very good question, SF. So SF, if we go back to the video and you hear it, the very clearly I've mentioned it's important to go for more popular keywords than very little search. Doesn't mean that the comparison is between 1.1 million and 55 million. It's about not going for keywords which has very little search, which could be somewhere in between 10,000 or 5,000. You know, sometimes people, you were smart enough to compare between very large search keywords already. But in many scenarios, what happens, to get very creative, we go for transformation enthusiast. Let's say this keyword. I don't think the keyword will have a very huge search volume and a very huge usage on the platform. And that's where I feel people have to find a right balance. It's always better to focus on digital marketing than marketing if you are in digital marketing. If you are a marketing consultant, which is where you work from the lighthouse and you focus on driving as a CMO, you drive marketing, let's say marketing plans and this, then it's a different story. But if you are planning digital marketing campaigns, if you are analyzing a digital marketing campaign, if you are a manager to a digital marketing campaign, then that is the keyword to go for. Search results is to define whether how relevant your keyword is. So it is not about going for the extremely broad keyword. It's not about that. Let me very clarify. I mentioned it is about finding keywords which are not super duper popular and with little to no relevance to your profile. You must be going with the keyword which has the highest relevance to your profile and to your audience. That is what you're looking for here. A balance between the two. Not transformation enthusiast, but instead maybe a digital transformation manager or a digital transformation exec. That would be the keyword to go better because it would have better search results. People will actually look for those keywords to search for someone who is in that space and not for the keywords mentioned earlier. So that's where it comes from. The size of the followership is very different from perspective to perspective. Let me just put it in that manner. Just that I do not want you guys to pick up keywords which is super niche, somewhere between 10,000, 5,000, 2,000, or even 20,000. Try to go for keywords which is even more broader, because let's say if you go super niche, super niche, that means people may be looking for your keywords once in a blue moon. So probability of going that creative with your keyword can lead to a very little search results or very little traffic to your profile. But with this, guys, let me put across another point, because I do not want it to be like SF Lum felt like, okay, you have to go for even only with the large size followership. No, guys, that's not the case. And at the same time, doesn't mean that you will leave behind your niche. Now, let's say LinkedIn coach is not really a super duper popular keyword than as compared to marketing, but it is highly relevant to me and my particular service and particular niche. So I wouldn't go for a keyword which is marketing for a service which is LinkedIn coach. So that's why it's important to always also keep in mind your niche, because that helps you get to stand out among your peers and competitors as well. So what is important is figure out your niche first, then go and look for 5 6 different keywords in your niche: LinkedIn coach, LinkedIn enthusiasm, LinkedIn analyst, LinkedIn expert. See which one has a reasonably fair amount of following. The larger the better, and then go with that, because people are also using that keywords to go for searching. So that's why you want to be where your searchers are and not anywhere else. And that's my share of answer for SF Lum. If there is any further questions, I would be happy to answer on that. Let's get going. Okay. Personal brand. Okay, Fazli, next question. She says, I'm not sure if it's a question or not, guys, but I'm just reading it. Personal branding is not a priority and more business exposure, but more business exposure and generating leads. Then I would say that lead generation has got a very articulated process where, of course, correct profile optimization is very important. Because if, let's say, for example, your audience, I will actually, let's not go to the audience side of it. Let's say, for example, you're going for a birthday party and your best friend has invited you for the birthday party. Now, what happens is that it's a very luxurious birthday party happening in a 5-star restaurant. And what you got to wear is, you know it, you don't want to wear your pajamas and go out there, right? And when you go out there, you don't know who you are meeting. Maybe your next client, maybe your prospect, maybe your life partner, or maybe just an amazing friend for life. And if you're not dressed well, do you think you will attract the right set of people to you? Do you think you will get a yes for the kind of conversation you want to do with them? Do you think you will be a positive talk of the town? All of these things are very important, and that's the first step of lead generation, to look right. Any person who is driving business growth must always be dressed well. And today, when the world is going so virtual, dressing well is your LinkedIn profile. It's a mini website for you, reflecting you, who you are from inside out. What people also think about you is also mentioned in your profile through endorsements and recommendations. So it is indeed a very deep reflection of who you are as a person. So, guys, definitely make sure that if lead generation is the way to go, of course, this program is more focused on getting your basics right and making sure that when you are all ready to prospect your clients, you get a real yes and not go out in your pajamas leading for lead generation, right? So, of course, this is a great start to go with if your objective is business development, but there are EFGH apart from ABCD guys as well, which we work with corporates and help them. I'm not too sure if we will launch a program which will cover those things or not, but I would love to hear, do you think we should launch a program which covers a lot of details on lead generation and personal branding or not? I'm all ears, guys, to find out, because your feedback will help us craft content and come up with something which we can do more on training and consulting side of it, and not only work with the corporates out, because the core business is to work with corporates, help the sales, marketing, and the leadership team to be able to grow their branding, their personal presence, their and able to prospect through the platform and even off the platform. We even focus on a lot of modern sales techniques to go about it. So that's the core way to go for us. But of course, let me know what are your thoughts, and we may come up with something for you guys as well. Let's okay, Lotchi says, can I use Facebook for one service and LinkedIn for other? Yeah, you can, but if a person tries to search for you across the internet, you might look a little confusing. Do you want to give that tension? Think about it. But if your target audiences are different for both the different platforms, I think you may go ahead with it. Okay, so Hang, let's hear it from a financial planner from Singapore, and I'm thinking of specializing on retirement planning for white collar professionals earning more than 120K a year or more, and how can I use LinkedIn to arouse their interest and get them to opt as leads? If you are in my position, what will you do? Okay, That's a big question, and it's not a minute or two in which I can answer that question. If I would have, trust me, I would have cracked out LinkedIn a long back and I would have got thousands of clients. It takes a fair bit of time, and there's a process to madness. And that process, which starts from optimizing your profile. So, let me ask you, did you optimize your profile to deliver all the best stress signals that you are one of the most amazing person to be able to do financial planning for the guys leading to retirement in Singapore? Have you been able to put that message out on your profile? That would be the first step towards lead generation. And then down the line, the other 4 days cover 4 more steps towards lead generation, guys, and personal branding as well, on what you should do to move in that direction where you are able to attract more clients for yourself, you're able to attract leads for yourself, and you're able to even close them. But yes, there are a lot of more details that can work about, but let's focus on optimizing the profile right and then go further onto it. Let's hear it from Nirmala. The presentation was an eye opener for me. It is forcing me to think a lot on what I want to focus on, like professional growth or business growth in the current role. I'm having changed industry and they are bipolar and don't know how to increase my presence in the current role for the professional growth point of view. I think, Nirmala, I almost answered the similar kind of a question just a while ago. I hope you had joined in, but if not, but please go back and check the video. I almost covered the same kind of question, but do follow the 80-20 ratio. Pick one and let the other be 20% only. In my experience section, how can I add company logo to the box? Experience section. Okay, that means your company logo on Facebook company page is missing. So not Facebook, LinkedIn. Sorry guys, I am on Facebook and I just felt like it was Facebook. So your company page, let's say my company is Beyond 99, and when I add that company in the experience, the page comes in. The page must have the logo. So go back and check whether your company page has the logo or not. Rajni says it's a fluid profile. Can check which search is generating more results. So do you like it? That is your area to go with. Okay, I'm not sure if there was a question in it. Varun says, how do we build a personal brand for someone in job? I don't have CTAs like connect with me for XYZ. This one, Varun, I'm going to cover in the day 3 where we're talking about content curation in a detailed way. Stay tuned for the day 3 video and you will get answer to your question. So as an interior designer, Pooja says, how should I target potential clients? Because deals with the people in general are not any specific design person. This, Pooja, is a question again. I think you would get some of its answer from tomorrow and day after video on how exactly can you start getting in touch with them and how exactly should you get them to see you. Both the things, outbound and inbound, how you must approach them and how you can get them to see you is in the next 2 days. Guys, I'm going to take more questions on profile optimization and not further because I have only 6 minutes to go and I have to quickly review the profiles that has been submitted also. I don't know how to get my profiles to endorse me on LinkedIn. So how do I get this? By asking. Very simple, Henry. Ask your friends to endorse you and that's how it happens. But before you ask, endorse them. If you give first, you get it. Give first should be the mindset. We have Lani says, as I target China market and Malaysia Mandarin speaking leaders, so I have to update profile both in English and Chinese. Okay, yes, that's a very interesting question. So now you have to understand on LinkedIn, the maximum of the people are English speaking. English speaking and writing people. People who actually use Chinese language for search is very, very less. So what you can do is you can go for maximum of your profile in English, but at the same time have certain keywords of Chinese in your headlines, certain, just 1 or 2, just to reflect your strength out of it. So take the core skill and write it in English and Chinese or both, but do not have a 50-50 ratio from the starting, because at this point of time, LinkedIn has maximum users who are more efficient on English. But as and when you start connecting with more people and more people in your network changes from English to Mandarin, that's when you want to update your profile and go for Mandarin first and English later. So it's a transition that you must go with, because unless you focus on English, you will not get search appearances. And initially, if you go too Chinese, you might not get the visibility at all. So do not miss out on that large audience for the early days to build your credibility. And once your credibility is established, you can have a transition and slowly go for Mandarin first. So that would be the strategy to go ahead to attract people. And then, guys, that is almost all for today in terms of the questions that we have. And let me very quickly go to the Facebook profile or the Facebook page and review some of the submissions that has come from you guys, which talks about or which shows your submission. Okay, Rajni, I hope you got the live access now. And yes, here I am. Okay, the first profile that I see is from Daniel. Hey everyone, nice to meet you. Here's my first challenge. Kudos, Daniel, you did it and I'm so happy for you. Just very quickly clicking on your profile and going, since you made the link handy, and that saves time and effort. So it is, you're working at massing. Digital marketing is your strength, I get it. But one very important thing, guys, that you get to know because you're watching live, and that's your advantage. Make sure your profile pic is public. So here, Daniel Cham, your profile pic is not public, and it reduces your chances by 21 times to get views on your profile. 21 times. So make sure, guys, your profile pic is public. So go to the settings, privacy, and then click there and go for your profile pic edit, where it is visible to people who are not connected with you as well, and make it public. This is a strong trust signal that it is a real profile and not a fake one. There is no bot behind it. There is no a second profile or a fake profile. So guys, having your core, I mean, how you look like, your approachable smile, everything that I mentioned in the video that I don't want to repeat anymore, but yes. So Daniel Cham, profile pic is the most important thing. Then you have these 4 things, which is marketing strategist, cost-effective branding and sales campaign, business engineering and improvement, performance marketing. Okay, these are like these are 4 things that you do, and that's nice to know. And you have something similar on your headline, which says digital marketing strategist, performance marketing on driving online traffic, SEO, social media. It seems like it's too many things. I don't know what is Daniel doing. Honestly, Daniel is into performance marketing, into business engineering, into cost-effective branding, or into social media, or into SEO. Little bit of confusion is there. I would say still your headline is fine because it has 15 years in online marketing, which is great. You have included digital marketing as a keyword, which is also great. I think in between the keywords are a little too much. You want to check O2O, whether how relevant it is. But at this, and sales lead and online brand awareness, I really don't think you need that keyword, online brand awareness. You've got to check because you already included digital marketing, which is far more popular as a keyword. And the 4 keywords that you've used in the cover, I'm very apprehensive about it. Actually, that creates a bit of a tension. Instead, if there would have been a statement that helping businesses or helping brands or helping the business reach out to its right audience through digital marketing or online marketing or something, where there is a sentence driven in your cover photo, would have been a lot more better, because everywhere it just feels like you know everything. And I know you do know it, which is great, but at the same time, what happens is when you put out so many things, then people feel like, what is he amazing at? I'm not too sure. So that's something that you don't want as attention to be built for your audience. Okay, let's get back once. Okay, I'm gonna scroll down quickly. So your featured segment is very weak. I believe, Daniel, you can work a lot, but your profile pic is nice because here you have pushed out the screenshot, and I can see you have a very nice, cute smile, and that's wonderful. Keep that profile pic as it is because it's a great pic. But just that I feel that the cover photo could be a lot more stronger than what it is at this point of time. Now this one's okay. Let's see the profile here. Hey guys, there's one score that is missing. Okay, let Chumi. Okay, I'm not too sure if I'm pronouncing it well, but I'm giving it my best shot. Let Chumi is educational consultant at independent consultant. Now this is a very weak headline in terms of the cover photo. Also doesn't reflect anything. There are 4 beautiful ladies. But what exactly do you do? What exactly is your go-to statement, or let's say how do you drive value to people? Let's say you're an educational consultant, but in which subject? For who are you educational consultant? For kids, for parents, for just other educationists? Who exactly is your target audience, and what is the subject matter expert that you are in? You want to put that out in the cover photo. You want to include probably you as an educationist and not the other four ladies, unless they're your business partners or something, but still I'm not too sure why are they on the profile. Your featured segment looks nice because there is some kind of a trust signal. School is inside the phone or something, like you have got an app, or if so, that's a good call to action. But what I'm really afraid of is trust signal. Like, you can put it out as an independent educational consultant, that's fine. Independent consultant ad is weakening your profile. And why do you even need an ad? Why don't you put out the side of the story which is more on what you do, what kind of value, like exactly I'd shared on the video. You need to include your who, how, and what. And if you're able to do that, you will have the strongest profile. Okay, guys, this is not the way to go. You have to put the before after photographs. So unless I see the before after photograph, I'm not going to review your profiles. So before after photograph gets an upper edge any day. They did their homework well, let's just say. So this is okay, the before profile, and this is after profile. The cover photo could be a lot more stronger because it's still a plain one. You can have some great text. It says BSc psychologist student. You can have that, or you can have something related to BSc, which is Bachelor of Science, in that, like related to science or something, which is somehow there a little bit, but maybe you can put that out. And at the same time, I have a mixed opinion. I mean, the opinion for me for that grid band, which is open to network, I would say, guys, I just feel like, aren't every one of us almost open to people to connect? And it's important to connect with right people. Nobody wants to connect with wrong people. It's never a numbers game. Let me tell you guys, having 100,000 followers, but when you push out your service, not even one person buys it. It's a useless number. To be very, very, very hard, I mean, to put out the hard truth or brutally honest, it's a useless number to put it out. What is the use of a branding which cannot materialize in any manner? No value you are adding to that audience. Nothing. You're putting cat dog videos, or let's say you're putting all the motivational stuff, but having no return when you're putting out your service out there. What is the use of that audience? So guys, please be super careful. And open to network, isn't everyone open to network? Why put that green band, hide your beautiful smile? And for me, if you ask me, it just looks too excited, which is not very good in the professional world to say. So maybe you can take a call on that, but yes, not something I recommend when everyone is here almost with the same mindset. Otherwise, why would the person be on the platform in the first place? So Henry, I personally feel that I'm glad that you have a featured segment, but at the same time, I can feel your headline can have a little more like football enthusiast, or as I earlier mentioned to you. So just try to put those things. And then let's go ahead. It's the first challenge. Okay, I see Hong Ong. Okay, it's Vista CEO, business strategy, educational ICF certified coach, and operational excellence lead. Okay, that's interesting. And it's this the CEO business. I like the business mentor side of it. Or you can actually put business coach. Try to look for both the keywords and see which one has a better search. I think the coach has a better search as to what I checked last time. But howsoever, please go ahead and search once again. ICF certified coach, which is a trust signal, SME business or family business. This one I don't quite understand. What does it mean? Is it your target audience is SM or family business? Then you can actually say helping coach businesses which are owned by families. I mean, that could be a sentence that you can phrase it out for yourself rather than putting it into bits and part, because sometimes some things are nouns, some things are verbs, and some things are adjective. So you want to be careful there. It's better to go with a sentence in those situations. Business strategy and execution. You can say business strategist. Execution is another thing I don't think needed. Operational excellence is fine. That's good. In terms of the cover, very weak. I don't find any significance of the mountain here. How exactly are you connected with that? Instead, it's one of the most biggest free real estate that you have on your profile, guys. Let me just ask you, as soon as a profile opens up, don't your eyes goes on the cover just after the profile photograph? And that's where you miss out if you don't put out the statement. It's free, absolutely free. Push out your core message, push out that you are business mentor to this top brands. Probably that could be things. So this is the way to go. I can see you've pushed in your website, which is good, which definitely helps you to get more clicks to your website. But I think largest executive coaching organization, I think that's such a beautiful statement. You can put it out. See, you are the I'm not too sure if you're the chair CEO or you're the coach. So to the world's largest executive coaching organization should be somewhere in your headline as well. This is a powerful keyword and a huge trust signal to associate yourself with. So that was something very quickly sharing, and my time is almost up, but my love is so much. Oh my god, guys, I will review very quickly for some more profiles here. Okay, I do see some covers coming up, guys, which are great, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a surprise for all of you. After this call, I'm going to give you how exactly can you create some amazing covers for yourself without the use of any designer, guys. So I see, Rajni, you've changed your cover, which is good. And the most good part, the best part about your cover is because you're from the conventional background, you're actually using a photograph of a large convention, and that's great. I see you have written Mahatma Mandir Convention and Exhibition Center, Gandhinagar, India. I think that looks like an address to me. And you don't want to do that somehow. Why promote a venue to that extent in your profile? Instead, you need to promote, if you want to promote the venue, that could be highlighted in small words. But how you play a role in that venue, what is your significance to that venue, matters more than the venue itself. So you don't want to bring, or you don't want to forget about your own significance here, which I think has happened. This photograph is great to go ahead with, but you must work on what you're presenting, because this looks like you're actually promoting just the venue right on the top. And if you are the venue owner, then I would suggest you write like the curator, founder, or owner, and that brings a lot of credibility. But let's say you're driving a lot of growth for the convention and the exhibition center, then you want to craft it in that manner, driving growth for the Mahatma Mandir convention center. So how are you related to the venue is what people are interested, not in the venue when they come come on your profile. Business events. Okay, I'm just trying to zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so it's business events, 3 India convention marketing. Oh, okay, that's double pie. Now I get it. Business events, okay. India convention marketing. I'm not too sure about this keyword. You want to check this keyword a little bit here. Event planner, awesome. Women in leadership is great. Or women leader is even, it has a higher search volume as I remember last. Convention speaker, DOSM, MMC, that's fine. And Leela Gandhinagar, India. Okay, you're again putting down the venue, which says that you're a convention speaker. Okay, that's fair enough. But your email ID, okay, if you want to highlight your email ID actually can be in your cover photo. Your call to actions can be in your cover photo. And instead of putting it right in the headline, because it doesn't bring any keyword value, but it just brings right call to actions, helping people quickly to reach out to you. And they will see your email ID better on the cover than on the headline, because they must be on your profile to be able to see that. So that is one of the most important things. Also, at the same time, you have such a beautiful smile that I can see on the profile, but there's a little bit of shadow problem in your profile pic. One side of the face is shining, whereas the other side of the face has shadow. Probably you want to click a picture in which you have the center focus and your entire face has the proper lighting, because then I can really connect with you. Because I have seen you on the Zoom call other day, and I saw there's so much that your face talks before even you do. And that's for someone who's very expressive, bold, and beautiful. So you want to not miss out there. So probably the shadow side of it, work on that a little bit, and you will have a better way to go ahead with. I can see some featured segment, and that's lovely, Rajni, already. Very quickly, guys. Okay, this oops. um, oh dear, my screen. When did it got stopped shared? Thank you so much for dropping that message. Oh dear. Oh my God, Rajni, please, I'm sorry guys, but didn't realize when the screen just got stopped sharing. Another profile, Henry, done. Okay, here. Okay, so this is another before and after. Pooja Singh, let me give you a hand to elevate your home. I love that line. That's beautiful. Now I'm just wondering which one is before and which one is after, and I'm not sure why it's okay. I'm going to guess this is after and this is before, but because this profile is far more complete than the previous one, and I love that line. I have to mention. Do you want any help with the home interiors? Okay, let me give you a hand. Okay, let me give you a hand is very weak, but the first line is fine. Entrepreneur is fine. Interior design is fine. Interior stylist is fine. Consultant is a weak keyword. Interior designer consultant or a home consultant or something should is better way to go with. Company owner, not really. Why would you need that? And design culture is great. And I'm glad you use the featured segment to push out some photographs of the work that you have done. I'm assuming that's your work and that's why it's there. And I'm a dietitian and a health coach. Okay, I love your cover because it really reflects that you're a dietitian, because it has food pictures and improving leaders in health through personalized nutrition. Lovely. You can have the N capital, P capital, H capital, L capital, like capitalization. It'll help a lot. And not bad, not bad, not bad. I like it. I like it. And even your profile pic is very good. I love you for special reason that I didn't have to zoom it, and your screenshots are very apt. You're invited. Not bad. You have the right call to action. Very good profile optimization. I should say very good profile optimization. Here I can see this is before, this is after. Your scrolls have improved, but the headline can be a lot more stronger as I see, because over here the headline is very, very weak. Why to waste so much of extra credibility that you have? So it says tax senior at this, but you can push out some more things, like you're a tax consultant, like you are amazing at tax. So what exactly is the tax space you are in? And then here again I see the before after. Oh my God. Okay, very quickly. Okay, let me quickly review this. I love this cover photo. It's very nice. It's very nice. Standout, Lee Standout Henry. I'm not sure if Standout is your name, but if it's not your name, you want to not do that, because if people are searching for you, they will never be able to find you. But if you have a market recognition to be called as Lee Standout Henry, then it's fine. But if you put your name as Standout, then if I look for Henry Lee, your name will not pop up. So you want to be careful. Helping individuals and business owners to build personal and corporate brands to stand out in the crowded market, to win eyeballs. Too long. You want to make it little small, but it's very good. It is very good indeed. So this is before and this is after. I like the after one. Absolutely. It's very powerful, very powerful. And your cap is your branding. So please keep that up. It really brings in and helps you to stand out to a great extent. Keith, I see your profile and I feel like, yes, it's much better. There's a features segment and so much more. But yes, please make sure that you're able to, your profile pic is too zoomed in. You want to zoom out a little bit and show at least the top part of the body, like your shoulders, and your hair is not getting chopped off. But right now I can see it's almost chopped off. So a little zoomed out. You can actually take some inspirations from, I like the picture of how, and she has a great picture, so maybe you can take some inspiration. Even this picture is nice, which Roshni has it. Now Roshni, which one is before and which one is after? How do I do the guesswork here? Okay, great one. Thank you so much for allowing us time for the challenge. We do have day jobs. This is a rush piece, and I do hope that you can tell me a difference between the before, which is after. Would love to know and fix it. Okay, so let me just go with this. I'm looking at Roshni, communication skills and virtual trainer and coach. Okay, this is after Roshni and this is before. I would take that guess. And for the after one, I love your profile pic. It's phenomenal. For the after one, the cover photo, I love the message and everything, because the message is absolutely wrong in the cover photo of the previous one. But the design of the previous one is much better than the after one. So you want to work out on the design side of it. I didn't like the design because it's not quite convincing. It's a weak design. So that's my surprise for every one of you right after this video. I help individuals and team make changes so that they can effectively connect and communicate. Not bad, getting them the results they want. I think that is an extra statement. I'm not sure you need it or not. Coach, speaker, coach to what? Like, what coach are you? You want to add that word. And founder and partner to change business. I think lovely, Roshni. It was a great change to your profile, especially your profile pic. It is so damn awesome right now. And let's look at SF. So SF, okay, SF. So I can see Lazada in your profile. Marketing and project manager to Vogue. Okay, Brian. Okay, so now I know your name, SF. Awesome. So B2C, B2B, and GLC projects, and you have some training probably going on in your profile pic, and there's some small keywords, which is not bad. I quite like it. The profile picture is nice, but the background is too, it's taking too much of my attention. I'm not looking at your face, but instead the green background, and you don't want that tension to happen when people come to your profile. So you want to be able to show yourself and not the background so much. And I feel featured section is there, but honestly, I'm not too aware what exactly have you posted in, but I do see two trust signal, which is MDEC in Lazada, which is nice. So that's a good trust signal for WOB to go ahead with. Great company, guys. I've loved the work that you have always done it. And I have to go further down here. Okay, I'm assuming this was before, and I'm so glad you changed it, because it was really a weak one out there, and this is much stronger because the cover photo reflects a lot more about you than it was reflecting earlier. Okay, guys, so that is all that we have. Oh yeah, Tarun is here. Hey Tarun. Okay, hi. Here's my screen capture. My laptop is going to run out of battery. That's a final signal that is there. Okay, so Tarun, I can see featured segment, which is lovely. I'm glad that you have that for yourself. I don't have your before, but the cover photo is very weak. You want to be very careful, because why is the cover photo of a vacation? Since I know you are in IR4, and that is a technology driven background, so you want to make sure that your cover photo reflects it. Whereas open network, I had some feedback which I shared earlier already. Shubrao, I think I see the featured segment. I see the headline modified, which is amazing. And indeed, guys, that would be all for today's segment. And I hope that helps all of you, because not only the input was for you, the input was for everyone, because when you hear other people's feedback, you're able to include that in your own profile as well. So please hear those feedbacks and go and implement it for your own profile. If you're feeling rushed, just imagine what happens when there is a one-day training and everything is taught in one day. You still do it, guys. Here you had the entire day for yourself. All you got to do is take it out. But yes, it triggers your brain cells, brain nerves, that who are you from inside? What is it that makes you happy? What is it that brings a smile on you? What is it that you want to show to the people that you're best at? And what is it that people will pay you for? The service, the product, the value you bring on the table. I know these are some hard questions to answer. We don't get answers so easily, guys. And every single day we pass by, we get better at it. So perfection delays success is the biggest learning I'm going to tell you today, guys. Do not hesitate to make mistakes, because the biggest thing that you can do as a favor to yourself, especially moving forward to 2021, is to be able to get ready to fail, adapt, learn fast, fail fast, and grow fast. Unless you fail, you don't know where you went wrong, and you have no scope of improvement. Don't you guys want to be better by 1% every single day? And that's my goal as well, guys, to make all of you super amazing by the end of this week. Just imagine such a short time. By the end of this week, amazing on LinkedIn. But nothing is going to happen unless you do the homework, you do the challenges, and you submit it in the group, guys. The day 2 video is coming your way in next few minutes. Yes, guys, in next few minutes, the day 2 video is just coming your way, and you can spend the night watching it and tomorrow thinking what to do. This time, the task is a lot more simpler than the previous time, but Do not rush and deprove your quality of work only just for the sake of completing the task. Be diligent to yourself, true to yourself, authentic to yourself, not to anybody else. Respect your time that you gave on listening the program. So guys, just make sure do your challenges on time, and I'm gonna help you empower your journey on LinkedIn. Love you all. Please take care. Have a nice evening with your friends and family. Thank you for spending time and subscribing for the LinkedIn program. We have announced the group 6 already, so if you think your friends need help, tell them about it. Till then, good night, ciao, sayonara, take care, and do not wait to be perfect. You are already awesome, guys. Take care, bye.